When I first stepped onto the Kurnool highway last Friday morning, it felt like a nightmare scene. The charred shell of bus still smoldering, a faint metallic smell in the air, and families waiting in shock. Back then it looked like a simple hit and run that spiraled into a fire accident, but what unfolded in the investigation later was much darker, a deadly mix of alcohol, negligence and exploding cell phones. The latest forensic report confirmed what many suspected. The biker whose vehicle triggered the inferno had been drunk. 21-year-old B. Shivashankar, a marble worker from Kurnool, lost control of his bike near Chinna Tekuru village after hitting a divider. According to police, he had consumed alcohol before starting the ride. His friend Eriswamy, who survived with minor injuries, later admitted that both had been drinking. CCTV footage from a petrol bunk showed them stopping around 2:24 a.m. to fill 300 rupees worth of fuel before heading out. Minutes later, Shankar's bike skidded and hit the divider. He died instantly. His friend ran away, leaving the bike lying across the dark highway. Just then, a Bengaluru-bound private sleeper bus from V Kaveri Travels came speeding down the same stretch. The driver, trying to avoid the fallen bike, ended up hitting it and dragging it for nearly 200 meters. Sparks flew, petrol leaked, and flames erupted underneath. What no one knew, the bus was secretly carrying a cargo of around 300 smartphones worth nearly 46 lakh rupees worth in its luggage bay, bound for an e-commerce delivery in Bengaluru. Those phones, packed tightly together, became the fuel for one of the worst fires Andhra Pradesh had seen in years. Investigators told me the lithium-ion batteries inside the smartphones exploded one after the other when exposed to the heat from the sparks. In minutes, the luggage cabin turned into a furnace right below where people were sleeping peacefully. I met forensic officers who said most passengers in the berths above that section did not even have a chance to wake up. The bodies were found stuck in narrow passageways between berths, some fused together by the flames. One victim was found halfway out a window, probably trying to jump out before collapsing from the smoke. The fire spread fast because the bus reportedly lacked a fire detection and suppression system mandatory for AC sleeper coaches. The curtains, cushions and mattresses inside were all made of highly inflammable materials. To make things worse, barely any emergency hammers were found. The passengers were trapped. When rescue teams finally reached, the entire bus had turned to ash. Even the aluminium flooring had melted. The AC battery unit near the smartphone cargo had also exploded, making the fire impossible to control. The RTA's preliminary investigation reportedly later found that V Kaveri Travels had flouted several safety norms. The bus had been modified into a sleeper coach from a regular seater without proper approval, which meant no compliance with critical safety standards. Meanwhile, the police booked two separate cases, one against Shivashankar under sections related to rash driving and causing death by negligence, and another against the bus driver and owner for non-compliance and operational negligence. One of the most tragic stories that still haunts me is of Anusha, one of the 19 passengers who died along with her husband Golla Ramesh and their kids. Firefighters told me she was found clutching her daughter tightly, both fused together. A mother's last instinct to protect her child even when there was no escape. One man's drunken mistake, one unsafe bus, and hundreds of concealed smartphone batteries. All of it combined to turn a quiet night journey into a fireball of death.